This is the Ring Report. We are coming at you on a special episode on this here Tuesday evening. Listen, we wanted to come back and recap from WrestleMania. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw what happened. And today, we're going to talk about it. I'm with my cousins. Y'all know I can't do this by myself. I'm with my cousin. This is Eric Battle, the best moderator on any WWE podcast. This is the Ring Report, the best WWE podcast in the business. You crack Carrie, let them know what it is. Let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna make this quick. Follow us on Ring Report on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, TRRP005. Come on now, I'm starting to remember it. Yes. Check us out on our website. We're WWE affiliates. We almost at 1K. Thank you for joining us on this journey. I couldn't wait to see y'all today. Let's get it.
Oh, great bearded one. Hey, listen, we ain't really got time to be playing around. Let me going in today.
Yeah, we going in today, and we just gonna give it like it's supposed to be given. I mean, hey, listen, I don't make the news. I just report it.
Well, here it is. And then my old knowledgeable one. You was saying some good stuff right before we came on. So we're gonna jump right into that conversation immediately. We're not playing around with it
Right.
today.
I feel you. Yeah. I was breaking it down about Seth Rollins and how he literally changed the game in one match, like he said he was all week.
Well,
Mud
well,
sat up there said, whoever wins this match dictates how wrestling goes in the future. And he proceeded to do what he said. He stood 10 toes down.
Apparently.
yep. And so here we are. Since we right here, we're gonna give it to you straight tonight, and that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler tonight. So, with that being said, the main event, Saturday night, night one, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Let's talk about it. We can talk about it first. CM Punk, last one to come out, had the instruments, had the live band, the actual people sing the song. You know what I'm saying? An
Living color.
emotional day for him. Congratulations, CM Punk, for your one WrestleMania main event. You did all that and you took a L. But here we are. Storm, at the end of the day,
What?
Seth Rollins was the victorious winner. He had some help from the Penguin, from Batman,
That's
and
wild.
and
But I'm the heel.
from Paul. Oh, I'm healed today.
Both of you are.
I'm healed. I'm healed. I'm healed tonight. If everybody else turning heel, I'm gonna be healed tonight. Cause Paul
Come
Heyman,
to the dark side.
I Paul Heyman, I ain't them cats you be talking to on Pat McAfee show. I'm a whole different cat, my boy.
Oof.
So so
Oof.
so, but
Oof.
yeah. So he decided to, and realistically, this is the part, y'all. This is my question for everybody tonight. Paul Heyman, and although Seth was the winner, and Seth did all the talking leading up to WrestleMania, Paul Heyman literally is really the mastermind, or what you say, he's the one really in control of it, putting everybody together. Because we seen what happened on Raw, and we can talk about that too. But what I'm saying is, Paul Heyman is literally putting the pieces together for something great for wrestling.
Hmm.
What you think, Storm?
He's he's known to do that.
Yeah.
He's been doing it since the '80s. So
Uh-huh.
he's been known to do that all the way from when he was Johnny Dangerously on
Dangerous
Paul
Alliance.
E. Dangerously on WCW with Rick Rude, Stone Cold when he was Stunning Steve, Medusa. He had Arn Anderson was in there for a while. He's had a faction that has been dominant every decade, pretty much. In this decade, I don't think it's going to be any different.
Oh.
Kerry, the
Last
people.
4 years, he had the bloodline.
You're right. And Kerry, the people are calling for a new dangerous alliance. Some people are saying this might be the new evolution. But we're looking at wrestling taking over. We looking at, and I know we're talking about WrestleMania, but I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about Raw. But y'all, tomorrow or when we do our podcast to recap for that. But last night's Raw was probably one of the best Raws I've seen in a long time. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
So if the trajectory of wrestling is going to where what we saw last night, oh my goodness. But do, Kerry, your thoughts about Seth winning? I know you and Storm picked it, but Seth won and how he won because he had help with Danny DeVito.
That is wild. He is just
Wow.
disrespecting this man name
Bam.
today.
Bam. You was body slamming him. You is. Oh wow. Well.
Cold blooded.
Okay, so we should have got a little clue seeing Seth sitting next to Paul Heyman at the Hall of Fame. That right there. Boom. That was one. He was the one of the three who had never been a Paul Heyman guy, so hey, why not? Let's go ahead and do that. But the cinema of that moment, we sitting there, if y'all haven't caught, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all didn't catch our reaction video, my God, yeah, that mess had me all toe up. I was, when he slides the chair in, and that starts happening. And if you could go back and watch the video, I said, okay, he about to turn on both of them. I called it before they even did it. And damn it, I said, yeah, not shocked. Not shocked though. I know all good things come to an end. So they've been doing Bloodline for what, 5 years?
It's been 5 years.
With him a
5
part of
years.
it.
5
We hate to
years.
see it end, but we ain't gonna see nothing like that again. But I am very curious to see how this is going. What we about to get. I'm hyped for it.
So Dwayne, Dwayne, and I know you and I picked the tribal chief. Oh, Great Britain won. We picked the tribal chief. All of us want the tribal chief to win. That's number one. But
Yes. Okay, let's say that.
we picked them because of out of our, you know what I'm saying, we was probably emotional in our feelings, and I think we knew something was gonna happen. We knew something was probably gonna happen and take place because they'll never want to see the tribal chief on top no more. But it's fine. But what I'm saying, what I realized though, even with Seth turning, even with Paul Heyman turning, if you will, although Roman Reigns didn't win, everything's still centered around him though.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wouldn't be a perfect
You know,
heel. It wouldn't be a perfect heel turn for neither one of them if Roman Reigns wasn't a part of it.
That's crazy.
hey, even on his back, he's still carrying the WWE. You know, I'm gonna say this here. Did I did I think something like that could happen? I did, but I wouldn't like I wasn't convinced. You know, I listened to Kerry and Storm talk about it, and we going Seth. Oh, I'm going Seth. Eve said, no, I'm going tribal chief. I'm wearing a tribal chief T-shirt. You know, and even when the woman stopped me in ShopRite and she said, who do I want to win? I said, I want the tribal chief to win. But for some reason, I'm concerned. Not too much concerned about Punk. But one thing that still stood true, Punk said that neither one of them had beat him without the other. Punk didn't lose. As the tribal chief said, his shoulders wasn't the one pinned to the mat.
Roman.
You know, I was disgusted, and if you haven't watched it, let me apologize now. I said some profanities that probably it wasn't G rated.
If
It
you got
was
small kids, they'll probably skip past that part because I was like as Color said, I was in my feelings. Wait, excuse me, I am in my feelings. We're not gonna say was because that would mean I've gotten over it.
still, still,
So
still.
I mean yeah, I have nothing else. I have
And la-
nothing else.
and ladies and gentlemen, yes, you notice I'm in my car. I'm on my Kevin Owens tonight. I am on my Kevin Owens. This is I am here because what I saw last night, yes, what I saw Saturday night, matter of fact, even Sunday night, just wrestling at an extreme high. But if you're not a wrestling fan and you did not get emotional at all, then you won't understand what we're going through. But y'all, I will say this: all weekend long, there were some triple threat matches, even on NXT. But the triple threat matches, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, that one in itself probably one of the greatest WrestleMania matches we've seen in history. It's gonna go down as one of those immortal Hall of Fame shows. Bailey, not Bailey, but uh, Bianca, Rhea, and Io Sky. That match was crazy.
Yo,
That match was crazy, right? And so that was a perfect match. But Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, an amazing match. Regardless of the outcome, cinema all in it. The wrestling was crazy. I love the fact that Seth Rollins got power bombed into the table. CM Punk got power bombed in the table. Tribal Chief got a lot of Tribal Chief need to go to the hospital and get his head checked because he's been getting stomped on since Royal Rumble. God Almighty, he been getting stomped since Royal Rumble, man. And he putting his head in position. Matter of fact, he and CM Punk, he been putting their head in position. But
Nice.
He
I'm gonna
done
put y'all
he done
I'm
got
gonna put y'all
five in the last 3 days.
I'm gonna put y'all on the spot though. This triple threat match, where you ranking it? WrestleMania history. Putting you on the spot. Going with you, Storm. WrestleMania history.
I give it. I put it at 5.
Ooh, top five.
Top
Top
five?
five. Top five. Top five. Gary,
I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
That you talking about that match
just that
period
yeah.
or
That match, period. Not the whole WrestleMania, but
uh
that match.
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I can go with top five. I mean, there's only a couple for me, but that can go up there. That can go up there. If not that 10 at least, because that really had me like
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
edge. It did, and yeah, I picked Seth to win. I wanted try. Look. I wanted to hurry up and get it over with because I'm like, y'all about to pull some bull jive. I
Yeah.
want this over with.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I did the same thing with. We're gonna talk about that one. I just wanted it over with
Yeah.
because we about to see some bullness,
Yeah.
bull jive. So, but anyway,
Dwayne
yeah,
Dwayne.
I'll say
Dwayne.
top 10.
So I'm going top five. Storm going top five. Kerry top 10. Old Gray Bearded one. Where you at with it?
I'm gonna go top five as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go top. I'll just say, yeah, I'll go top five because it just had you on the edge of your seat, and
It
it was just so many twists and turns and holy spit moments where you know this is sports and entertainment. We were entertained, so I would say definitely top five.
What I will say really quick, I do like how it ended with all of them
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah.
Even Paul Heyman. Like
Yeah.
they all were in the ring. It wasn't like me, you fighting homeboy laid out somewhere or whatever. Nah, they all were in the ring at that time. So I like that part of it. I like
And,
that.
and you notice something different. All right, Steph got the W and his music was popping off and whatnot. He got out of the ring. And then Roman came out and they played his music. And Punk was the last one. He kind of kissed the mat and they played his music. So they kind of acknowledged all three of them for that performance. And I thought, all right, that was pretty cool, even though I was pissed. But that's okay. That's all right. I know my tribal chief is going to reinvent something in 2025. Just watch your backsides. I'm not watch your backsides.
But I but I will
Bless
but I will say I will say this has set up, and what I've read so far, this will set up a feud between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the whole year. They're planning for WrestleMania 42 to be main event worthy, Seth versus Roman Reigns. I feel like if they do it well, Seth and Roman will probably have the greatest rivalry in WWE history. I'm being honest with you. I think that's close because this is the only hurdle our tribal chief has not gotten over yet. It haunts him in his sleep. Seth in his sleep. Man.
The dramatics.
It looked like it haunt Dwayne too, boy.
All right,
Boy.
listen, I'm concerned.
I keep laughing at us. We
I'm
dead
concerned.
serious. We are dead serious. This just makes me. It makes me laugh. I'm so entertained, but it
And
makes me laugh too. He
and
is
I
pissed. We're pissed about that
and
boy.
I, and, I, and I'm concerned for this reason. You know, Tribal Chief had a vignette. He's saying, I can't trust no one. Well, he already down 3-1. If you can't trust
Yeah.
no one, man, they gonna be on your A's for the next year.
Ooh, child.
And what's crazy,
Ooh. Mm.
anyway, y'all, we could talk about this match this whole entire podcast. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like real talk, this could be the only match. But realistically, this match in itself, them three, I'm not sure what CM Punk does. Maybe that was his last one. But I know for sure, regardless, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, wrestling is going to be on their shoulders moving forward. And I understand what Cody
Hmm.
and John Cena did the other night. And I think that finish, we could talk about that right now. I think that finish was so whack to me. I think the finish wasn't the best. And I don't know. And again, because Storm, and maybe you can help me, and maybe I'm tripping, but Cody didn't have a problem Alabama slamming Kevin Owens through a daggone ladder. But when it came to John Cena, and he had that belt in his
He
hand,
knew.
he didn't want to do it. Talk to me about that.
I told you what, four or five episodes ago,
You did.
that reverence that Cody had for John Cena being his early mentor, his ride along buddy, that was going to come into play.
Uh-huh.
And it came into play because you couldn't bring yourself to hit the man that clearly had no problem hitting you.
A few times.
The
I'd have
man
showed him
hit
a
your
chauffeur.
head on the turnbuckle twice.
Yeah, I'd have showed him a chauffeur. I showed would have.
Twice. Yeah, but see that's my point I'm trying to make. Face Cody cannot see himself to damage the person that gave him the knowledge when he first came in the game, aside from who trained him and his father. John Cena is one of them. Randy Orton's another.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H is another.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna go up against Triple H, and Randy Orton said he was coming for you later. Now you got John Cena in front of you, and this man is telling you, but he pulled the Larry Bird. He called the shot before he got here and did it, and he still did it. And you wonder what happened. Ain't nothing to wonder. Cody got weak off of the reverence that he had for John Cena.
Uh-huh.
Knew it was gonna happen.
That's a great call because Cody need to learn more from his mentor, Randy Orton, when they was together. Because Randy Orton don't care nothing about no reverence.
Yep.
He gonna punt whoever in the head, right?
Mm.
And he need to go back and
And
find them years he was with Randy. He need to get back with that, right? Because at the end of the day, that's
it's
what
okay.
really.
Randy about to show him how it's done right
Oh
now.
yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
okay. And we was waiting for that. Oh,
Nope.
we've been waiting for this. There's gonna be another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all,
Mm-hmm.
Travis Scott, Kerry pissed me off. Like what? Why does he have an entrance? Like why does he come out like he was the Rock? Like what is happening? And I,
Not not only not only did he have an entrance, Sir, it's a whole match going on. The match stopped for this. I'm like, are you kidding? As soon as he came out, I said, oh boy, here we go. Actually, when they hit the referee, I said, oh, here we go. This is when the match about to start, because before then,
Hmm.
John is doing he doing just basic work, which I love. He's giving the people what he said he gonna do. I ain't doing
Nothing.
nothing. Y'all ain't about to get a bunch of razzle and dazzle. Y'all about to get these old school moves. You about to get double axe handle off the top rope. He did that like 4 times. Like, sir, can we do something else? Can we fighting real slow? But anyway, but when they hit that referee falls. I said, up. Here we go. I sat up. I was like, all right, let's go. Let's see this. Let's see where this match is gonna go. Travis Scott. The fact that that man had something to do with this historic moment kills
Bananas.
kills me. Could have been done without. Could have been done without. Someone else could have stepped in and cheat. I don't mind the cheat part. I don't mind the heel stuff. I don't mind. You gotta do what you do. But Travis Scott, who is that?
Bruh.
About
The
the
one,
same equivalent as John Stewart coming out giving Seth Rollins a chair.
and we
Exactly.
could
Doing John
we could have
Cena.
done without that too.
Had a whole little like what the hell for this moment for 17.
And and
That's
and
what
the,
y'all want. But he doing his job. Cena said, I'm ruining it for y'all.
and he
Y'all
sure
ain't gonna
is.
like this.
Sure is ruining it. Sure is. And
Here
then
we are.
Dwayne, he comes out with a belt, a hardcore championship. Like what? It's like everybody got a belt. Everybody got a belt for some bad reason. Everybody getting
He
belts.
came out with that Cactus Jack
He
Mick
came out with the
Foley
Cactus Jack.
title.
That $1,200 Jones. Yo.
Talking about talking about this. Talking about
See here now.
talking
See,
about he full time.
Yeah, Triple
who?
H said
Travis Scott.
Full time
he's in
now.
negotiations for a full time contract. Booker T about to train him.
What's the name? Hunter said, all right, we'll see you to working. See you at work
Okay,
tomorrow.
okay, okay, okay.
What? What you talking about?
That man coming through, just like Logan Paul.
Whoa, whoa,
Listen,
whoa, 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 whoa. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
we
But
got
I'm gonna
some
say this.
Sore subject?
on
Too
that.
No,
soon?
no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But I'm gonna say this. You had WrestleMania 41. It took this minor distraction from this 160-pound dude with a tag with a Mick Foley hardcore championship belt. It took 14 Hall of Famers, legends, superstars, run-ins, Seth Rollins to get the title. I mean, that's all it took. I mean, where was it? Okay, I could see you putting the belt on John for the 17th time, but I thought it should have either been clean or it should have been more. Not what you gave him.
Hey, look,
He ruining wrestling.
But
Michael
hey,
Cole
listen,
said it best. 80% of those championship reigns Ric Flair had, they were not
hey,
clean.
listen, I understand that. I
Booker
totally
T
understand
said
it,
it
and I
better.
get it.
It's about checks and
Listen,
championships, player.
absolutely. Hey, listen, my father used to say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm trying.
So yeah, listen, I totally get it.
Or you
But hey, listen, if that's all it took for Cody to drop the belt, man, hey, listen.
But again,
Hey,
but
360, what is it, 364 days, 65 days? It's still
but
about a
here's the
thousand short of my tribal chief, but I'll digress.
but here's the difference. But it's two different title reigns though. I understand what we're talking about, but Roman Reigns was 1,300 and something days. Like he couldn't go down just regularly, just
Hmm.
any way. Cody Rhodes and we know what we seen. He not Roman. Like thank you for holding the belt. Thank you for doing what you do. And some of us are pretty maybe glad that you're no longer the champion, right? But because your chase again was much better than this reign. Now,
Now,
Tiffany,
what, Can I say this before we go?
Go ahead.
John came out. He turned on the fans. He said he was eviscerating them. They booed Cody, and then after John won that chant, thank you, Cena. What?
They
Thank
didn't
you,
do that.
Cena.
They didn't do that because of the match. They did that because they knew when he was walking up that ramp, that's his last WrestleMania.
Uh-huh. I
That's
laughed
it.
at how he was smiling. Like, you can't even be a bad guy,
Hey,
sir. Girl,
then he go put the belt on backwards. As to say, y'all can kiss my backside.
That's
But it,
pretty
But
much
oh,
what he
I
said.
but
digress.
but
Okay.
I will say he did hear. I don't know who was telling him, but he did hear because he made a comment on Pat McAfee. He said, "What kind of fans are y'all? I, I wish somebody would have told me I was walking around here with this bald spot. I
Mm.
need fans that was gonna tell me. We tried to tell you on the ring report, but you didn't want to listen.
we been
We
we
been
been
telling you. You in them shoes.
been telling you, sir.
But you
So
notice how Cody kicked out of all those attitude adjusters stuff.
that
He didn't kick
that
out of
move
that
that
belt
that
to the
move
head
don't.
though.
Yeah, that move don't work. What the anyway? But anyway,
That move don't beat nobody.
that move
Oh,
don't beat.
They
why?
put down the Big Show.
The Bill, if Rey Mysterio could beat the Big Show, cut it out.
Look, Eric, when he done left, he done left the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen,
There's something
ladies
wrong
and
with y'all.
gentlemen, left
Man,
the podcast.
but
Oh, he.
but that's terrible. Look, but for but for us to even even put him in that category, it's a shame how they did him. But anyway, it's a shame, bro. But anyway, it's a shame. Like real talk, that's a shame.
He said, "This
You
Cold blooded.
7'1", bro. Like what? Like what? Oh my gosh. Anyway, y'all. Tiffany Stratton retains the title.
Oh,
She,
Chip Tooth.
Tiffany,
I'm
Tiffy,
sorry.
it's Tiffy time.
Cold blooded.
It's Tiffy Tooth. Like
look, it's chippy time. It was chippy time.
Charlotte
yo,
got that. She got that receipt for that divorce joke, boy.
Got a knot on her head.
yes.
They was like, you know what? Let's just get this match. Let's just get them away from each other. Do the match and go ahead about y'all business. Y'all don't work well together.
They was in there.
Like,
They was in there tumbling, and we don't
I,
know. And it was surprising to all of us. We was in here like when she did the moonsault, and they counted 1, 2, 3. We was like, what?
whoa. They
Yeah,
got
because
that.
we all picked Charlotte.
They got that over with. And look, I've been watching wrestling for whatever, how many years. I've seen black eyes. Okay, Bianca's had a black eye. As we see, Rhea has a black eye. I ain't never seen no lump rock or no chip tooth unless you're talking about Mick Foley. And that's the whole other
Wait. Did you say you ain't never seen no what?
No,
no
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 lump
lump.
rock.
lump.
No,
No lump
bro.
rock.
Wait. Who?
No
Wait.
lump
I
rock.
ain't
What they used to call Lump Rock?
Uncle Mel. We used to call Uncle Mel the lump rock. Sorry.
My dude.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
Uncle Melvin,
lump
my
rock
dude.
or yeah, right. Yeah, or chip, or I've never seen a chip tooth unless it's like, you know,
Nah, we saw that with Cesaro when he got his joint in
He
his
don't.
skull.
Who? Cesaro?
Yeah.
but
When
they,
Jay
Remember
Uso said, "Let me introduce you to my friend, Mr. Turnbuckle."
man, they got that match over
Wait.
with.
Seth kept calling him Cesaro.
They got that
Hey,
match over with. I don't think they have chemistry. They don't play well together.
at
Oh
all.
no,
So it's
They
over,
don't.
and we going,
they don't play well together.
and they both going separate ways after that match. They going separate ways, and I guess
Right.
Thank
it's
goodness.
time. It's over. Hey, Dwayne,
That's
oh
what's
Great
good.
Britain one, your boy Jacob Fatu is the new United States champion. Come on,
Hey, man, listen. When we sitting here watching this, man, and uh, we sitting there watching it. So me and the wife are sitting there. She was like, "Wow, he's such a monster." I was like, "Yeah." he putting in that work. I mean, hey, LA Knight put up a game. He put up a game fight, man. He did his thing, but in the end, Jacob Fatu, he gaining momentum. So maybe, hey, I'm see what kind of push he gonna get going forward because he still hasn't had his shoulders pinned to the mat either. So
Kerry, what,
yeah, he putting in that work, man, and I'm happy for him.
Kerry, what did you say? Jacob said LA Knights. What he said?
He said, you almost dog walked by. I said,
He did.
he was
Cause
basically saying, like, nah, you won't no pushover. He said you almost dog walked my ass. I was like, okay, look at that. I love how they didn't do a little post-match interview with him. I don't think he's kind of polished enough to be doing that type of.
they caught him walking in backstage with a camera in his face.
Go ahead, do your promo real quick. We are not about to take you in front of the people.
No.
Quite
Storm.
all right.
Nah,
You
man.
ain't got to do that, sir.
Storm. The worst match of
Jacob ain't get his
the whole WrestleMania.
was what?
War Raiders and New Day.
Was what?
God. Oh my God. Like why? Like what is we doing, bro? Like what is happening? New Day still walk out with the championships. Why do we? What happened?
What did they walk in as? What is that?
Number one contenders. What you think?
Not
Nah,
them. We talking
I ain't
about
even
the
talking
War
about
Raiders.
that.
They had the Smash Bros.
Oh,
They had the Mario Kart
Oh,
stuff on.
that could
Hey,
have been
look,
that could have been on SmackDown.
Bruh.
SmackDown. That could have
they
been on
could have.
NXT. That could have been on
They could
LFG.
have. That's not right. That's not
That,
right.
that's not right. That's not right that they gave us that at WrestleMania.
They didn't even care. They wait a minute, but then T and then tell
But
us.
New Day broke a record with their 13th reign, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
out of here. Okay, you're right.
All right, whatever.
If Rey
New Day could have got
Mysterio,
the New Day could have got them belts on the Monday after WrestleMania. They could have got them belts on that,
Thank you.
and we could have been celebrating them
Especially if
even
they
more.
talking about the triple threat, the ladder, the TLC or whatever the ladder match. I'm like, why didn't they just put that in that spot? Hell,
Anyway,
we didn't even get a Chelsea Green match.
and
Man,
no,
get the hell out
I'd
of here.
rather
Get
would have
we
over
ain't
seen.
even the
I'd have rather
Street
would have
Profits
seen that.
match.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on not having the Street Profits match. Please,
Okay.
don't get me started on that.
That was a bathroom match.
I'm
Please don't get me
sorry.
started.
And
T,
I think I did. I think I did go to the bathroom.
But I like New Day. But I
I,
just think
I,
this
I like
run
them. I
after
like
this,
them too.
I like them. But this run has been whack, man.
I just,
I just think
I
the
just can't.
division is whack.
I just can't take Kofi with the new cut. There's something missing, right? Like I don't know. I don't take. I can't take it.
Uh-huh.
I can't take him
But I'm the
seriously.
heel.
And ball lip.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Did
don't
he
know what
call
it
the old
is.
boy the Penguin?
Yeah,
Danny DeVito. Now he's talking about Kofi's lack of a mustache.
it's gone.
Damn unicorns on the back of what?
It's it's gone.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Unicorns.
and
Why?
and 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 Carrie,
Does that
El
mean something? Storm?
El Grande Americano defeated
Say
Ray
what?
Phoenix.
With a
El,
loaded headbutt.
that boy came out with the vintage.
Gracias.
That boy came out with the vintage. He had the entrance with the vintage, old school
My
Hispanic
God,
background. Then he had the mask on with the people
they
playing the.
so disrespectful. They are so
Thank
disrespectful.
Oh,
you. Oh,
it
Now
wait.
the match I could get
Gracias.
past.
it
The
almost got
match I could get past. The entrance I could get past. What I can't get past is when you sit up there and tell a story like that man has actually got some historical roots in luchador wrestling. Like, ain't we going a little bit too far here? Like, you giving this man a background story?
Oh my God, they
Like,
ain't
I'm
done
all for the illusion, but come
ain't
on,
done
man. That's like disrespectful to the luchadors that actually went through that, yo.
why they
ain't
so
done
pissed
nothing.
about it. Like what?
I know.
Ain't done nothing.
That AI generated footage is so disrespectful.
And and
From a small town in Mexico.
here's the part that got me. They gave that man a voice in his little vignette, like a real. What?
Oh,
Yeah. I see why people could be offended.
And no, at
well,
some
My
point,
man came with the loaded headbutt off the top rope.
he did put the little metal. I said, Lord have mercy.
But that's gotta
y'all,
wait. That's gotta hurt him as well.
but
It
y'all,
do, and he need to stop.
and again,
He need to
I
CCE.
love my WWE, but that was almost prejudice, dog. Like I don't care what nobody. It's darn right prejudice.
I did, I did have a
Hey,
view, and
look,
nah, that is like
we
they
feel y'all. We feel y'all pain. It's okay. It's cool.
bad. We
We
go
feel
back
your
to
pain.
the 80s. We go back to the 70s and 80s with the
Yeah,
Hey,
we
man.
got Ernie Ladd and
Kamala.
what's Kamala, and then what's my man who used to say I've had it up to here.
Oh,
He got inducted 3 years ago, I think it was.
oh,
He was a slick talker. I can't remember. He got inducted 3 years ago.
That's why
Butch
you the.
Reed.
That's why you the
No,
It
knowledge
wasn't
man.
no,
I
bad.
don't know this one. I don't
It
know this
wasn't,
one.
it wasn't bad news Brown, was
no,
it?
no.
He used to walk around with a rap.
No, everybody from Harlem. All the bad hood black people from Harlem. What?
Yeah. Harlem
Akeem,
Heat.
And they
Akeem, offensive?
and they all from Sarasota, Florida. Ain't nowhere near.
Time out. Kofi Kingston is offensive.
Kofi Kingston, crime
Was,
time.
Kofi Kingston, first was saying he's from Ghana. He ain't been to I've
Y'all
been to
remember that?
Ghana more times than Kofi
Y'all
has.
remember
Yeah,
Don't do that.
episode
crime time.
That one episode Triple H was like, "Hey, where your accent go?" Did like disrespect.
Thunderbolt Patterson.
Yes,
So
yes.
we had Thunderbolt Patterson. We feel your pain over there.
Please, please.
Because
They would.
Thunderbolt Patterson was the smoothest talker. Like Dusty Rhodes stole some of his stuff from Thunderbolt Patterson.
I told you. I'll be telling y'all in the chat. They used to slide. They used to slide stuff up. They. Oh my God. They used to slide that little undertones up under there. Like we
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know.
they did.
Mm,
Anyway,
Gracias.
yeah, got to the odds. Thank you. But anyway, we got a new
Sorry.
we got a new world heavyweight champion. We got a new world heavyweight champion, and his name is Jay Uso.
Yeet.
Yee,
We do it like Michael Cole. Wait a
four
minute.
letters,
Might
one
be thinking
word.
his sword, you stupid.
Yee.
Yeet.
Michael Cole do a real old man-ish. But go ahead. Yeah.
And he made Gunther tap out. Storm. This is the second time I've
Mm-hmm.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second time I've
Mm-hmm.
seen Gunther tap out. The first time was with Ilya Dragunov, and now the second time now is with Jay.
Mm-hmm. I will give Gunther his props. He made Jay look like a credible
mm,
threat
mm,
in the situation. Just like I
mm.
give Roman Reigns his props for making CM Punk look credible, making Seth Rollins look credible. You know what I'm saying? It takes two to dance. And I give Gunther his props on the situation. Do I think he should have took some more beating? Yes, yes. I think
Yes.
he should have got some more work in, but for what it was in the time frame they had, Gunther did his best. The My thing is Triple H said it best. Without a heel, a hero doesn't have anybody to fight. And if this is the road that they going down with Jay making him the hero in the face, then this is what Gunther needed to do. Now all that other stuff after the fact make Gunther look like he's soft and emotional as a mug, but that's neither here nor there.
Boy, I can't wait
So
to
you
talk about.
think there was
I
enough
can't.
offense?
Yeah, I can't wait to talk his
No,
his
I
soft
don't.
man.
Okay.
What I what I will say,
I don't think it was enough offense.
what I will say, Jay did moves that ain't nobody thought he'll do. Number one. He put that big sum of in that power bomb. I
Right.
didn't think he was. I didn't think he was gonna do it. Like that shocked me. Number one, but then I think too, in the moves that Gunther was given, he was like, part of the storytelling was, I'm hitting this dude with what I normally hit any regular person, and this dude keep coming back. And I think that's what the story was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this dude's smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
Cause
know,
I promise you, I'd have dropped to my knees on that chop, boy. Mm-mm.
he's smart, man. Listen,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say this, man. There was
I saw
always
that boy
concern.
chest go red.
There was always concern that Jay got the super kick and the splash. Man, we've seen German suplexes, we've seen a submission hold. You know, I mean, rear naked choke, and he choked him out. But go back to what Storm was saying. I thought, okay, I don't got a problem with him tapping out. I just got a problem with him tapping out then because it didn't seem like he had taken enough arse kicking to be tapping. I mean, it was like
Yeah,
as soon as he, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he
eh?
tapped out. He tapped.
But
I
then
Hold
mean,
again, in
on.
the same breath,
He tapped out real quick.
then again in the show, same breath, it shows Gunther saying that he's not willing to take the punishment that he dishes out because the sleeper hold he put on Pat McAfee was disrespectful as a mug. I just want to let you know.
hey, Pat may be. Hey, there may be spoiler alert. Pat may be my
If
my
that's
horseman next week.
if that's what it is when you sit in that sleeper hold for that long, what Pat McAfee was doing, walking up that ramp that whole time, if that's what happened, I'd have tapped quick too. I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to be. As soon as I felt that arm,
I don't want
we ain't
that.
I'm
here,
good.
boy.
I don't want that.
we ain't here, boy.
Rub out. Hey, rub out. Rub out.
But Gunther showed how serious that rear naked choke was because he immediately did not want that smoke at all.
It
Hey,
did.
listen, we all watch UFC. I didn't see plenty of jokers fall out.
Yeah,
And
we
that,
all saw what happened to old buddy when Hulk Hogan put him in one at WrestleMania 1. He busted back of his head.
Oh yeah. That front face lock.
but
Yeah.
hey, listen,
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
yeah, that was different.
But no, I definitely agree. All of that. Just felt like Gunther tapped out too soon. I just looked like he just grabbed him. Jay just grabbed him, and he was just like, I don't. This I ain't familiar. Ain't nobody. I ain't used to this. I ain't used to this.
It,
Like,
He's not.
what was that move? It didn't even look like that. Like,
yeah.
what submission was that?
Well,
That was a rear naked choke.
whatever he did to Pat McAfee, like Storm said,
He should have put him in a chair.
like Storm said, if that's what he was feeling, I understand the tap out. I get it, y'all. And
Okay. I guess.
last
Because you know
last but not
darn well he.
I was gonna say last but not least for Saturday we got Naomi and Jade. Naomi and Jade.
Ooh,
Yeah, Jade walked away as the victor. Now I ain't gonna talk about what everybody else talking about because a lot of the lot of the comments has been both of these ladies had some wardrobe malfunctions going on and they were trying to fix themselves
Oh.
in the ring. Couple things were showing and which I think takes away from the match that these ladies put on. Shout out to Naomi for
Yeah.
working the way she did in the match.
Yep.
And then also shout out to Jade just showing her strength in the match. I will say that. Um, that power bomb is crazy. So as as a female on the show, Carrie, that female match wasn't as it was a pretty good match. I mean, it was quick.
I thought I thought it was a pretty good match. Shout out to Naomi for work. Shout out to Naomi for working. And then shout out to Jade for, like you said, showing her strength. I mean, they didn't do a whole bunch of, it was kind of cool. They got to do it.
Carrie Page was long the whole time.
Huh?
When Eric said Carrie, you being defeated, how do you feel about it? Carrie Page was like,
It was alright.
she,
It was
she
alright.
lost all emotion.
Yeah. I mean, it was alright.
Oh my
I
goodness.
thought it was gonna be a better. I thought it was gonna be a better match, but it also just shows Jade's, I guess, her inexperience. Am I saying that?
Yes.
Okay. It just shows that Jade, like, now look, I know Naomi can run. I know Naomi can get it. She can go. But it really did kind of show that Jade's like inexperienced, and it couldn't have went too much longer than that.
So let me ask you this: do you think Naomi purposely sabotaged some of those moves to make Jade look experienced to push her back down the card?
Mm.
You don't think that you
I,
think that's what she did?
I didn't see that. You think that?
I,
What about you, E? You think that's what she did?
well, I don't know. Maybe we weren't watching the same
Some
match.
of the moves you think?
I don't, I don't think like for me, I wasn't going in. I
Okay,
wasn't going
watch.
in expecting Jade to be Naomi or Bianca. I went in expecting Jade to be Jade. So
Right.
for me, she showed improvement for me. That's how I looked at it. So I didn't look at it as she was going up.
I
She was
gotta
going
go
up.
back and watch the match again.
Yeah, I
You
would
gonna
go
make
back.
me watch it again?
Yeah, go back and watch it because I didn't go in expecting
Yeah, I'm
Jade
gonna
to
go
be.
back and recap that
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe you
expect
should have.
Jade to be
because
Bianca
I honestly
or.
feel like Naomi jumped off that turnbuckle before Jade was ready, and Jade just rebounded fast as hell with the suplex. Like I don't think Jade was ready when Naomi came off that turnbuckle on that jump.
But
So you think she just
but
moved?
even
So
for
you
her,
think?
but even for her not to be ready, she caught her and still lifted her. Like in my mind, I'm like, she'd have went into a
Yes,
DD.
yes, yes. She
She,
rebounded.
it wouldn't have been me because I'd have DDT'd her like right then and there. She'd have got DDT'd right in it, right into the into the mat. Right, couldn't have been me.
Got another knot on the forehead messing with you.
Right.
So you think she was sandbagging?
I don't think so. But I mean, it's a possibility in this business. But I really think I gotta go back. Like I said, I gotta go back and watch the match, like
Yeah,
really
What?
I
fully, like
I
into it, because
I
we were
personally,
all in the reaction mode at that point.
yeah, I personally think she. There could be some of what Storm says, but I personally think she also helped show how strong that woman is. Like realistically, Naomi not a
Oh, don't
small
get me
girl.
wrong. I'm not saying Naomi did. I'm just
Yeah,
saying no.
Naomi not a small
I s-
girl. She
okay.
not a
What I
small
would
girl.
say is that she did. She came up with some couple of moves that was like, oh, that's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. But she ain't. I hate saying this because I like her, but I have not really seen that much like improvement. Like that match couldn't have went that much longer than that. Like
No, I'm not gonna take nothing away from Jade.
no, I don't want.
Jade, and I'm not saying that you are. What I'm saying is, in this situation, I think the majority of the hoopla surrounding Jade is on the heel side. She
Okay,
was never a face. This is her first time being a baby face.
yeah.
So I really think Jade has to get comfortable with this role, has to learn this role. Same thing for Tiffy. I really think she has to get comfortable with being a baby face just like Jade has to. Because I don't think like that pose at the end of the match that Jade did, that is not something a babyface does.
Did you say it
So
was a jailhouse
yeah,
pose?
she hit the jail pose on him. That's what I'm
And,
sitting up here saying. Like you are not like I know they told her when she hit Gorilla like yo,
Don't
the
do that.
pose was not needed.
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
So, but here's what I
Yeah,
will
my
say. Here's what I will say about Jade. Jade, what I do know that she needs to work on because I don't think she had to do it as much as a wrestler. She's still learning how to sell moves. Like because as a baby face,
mhm.
you got to learn how to take a whooping. And sometimes selling means overselling.
So basically, what she need to learn how to fight from under.
Yes.
uh,
So she has to give the crowd a reason to cheer.
Right.
for her to come back.
There's a sale
She's
mode
coming
that she
back
doesn't
before
have.
the audience is.
The wrestling moves I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
She like the wrestling moves I thought because she. Let me be honest with you. I've seen some other people. It was some botchy stuff. You know what I mean? And I looked at not even just her match. It's a couple matches. I was like,
Oh yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? So, but you know what I mean?
Charlotte and Tiffy.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord,
that see
we're not gonna do
that
that.
match was that match was
Lyra,
choppy.
I'm sorry. Don't.
And Becky looked like she was rusty.
Yeah.
So all of those, you know what I'm saying? All of those. Matter of fact, yeah. And so we're gonna go to
Yeah.
night two. Speaking of, let me say this, and I don't know how y'all feel, but Becky is a opportunist. I'm saying it out loud. She come back when she
Dun,
want to.
dun, 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 dun,
She's
dun,
she's the
dun,
she's the
dun,
only.
Might be ironic why her colors is red and yellow too, player.
when it's all
we can't. Mm-mm. No, don't do this. We can't do this again.
Hey, if
She
she take his music, it'd be fitting.
she take
yeah.
she pushing people out, and
That daggone Bailey wrestled
Tri-
for 40 minutes.
Triple H blew me in the press conference because he said something. He was like, and as a Bailey, she's a pro. She'll be all right. Like what?
That girl wrestled 45 minutes just for you to just come in and just 45 minutes for okay. 45 minutes for a match that really shouldn't even have been happening anyway. Like why are y'all two tagging up together? Why is that even like why isn't she just defending the Intercontinental belt to begin with? Why even have that story? Why even throw that together real quick just to yank her out at the last minute and throw Becky's ass in it? Like, excuse my language. What's that for?
Why ask why?
No, but no, that's a good question because
Ticket
that could be
sales.
that and again
I'm
tickets.
confused.
Yeah, I mean ticket sales. It was
Yeah,
61,000 people in
why
there
are you calling
regardless.
that?
I mean, tickets was already sold.
My thing is this, like, and I hate that Bailey's like, I know I'm not on their level. I'm not on Becky level. I'm not on Charlotte's level. Man, forget
She's
that.
selling herself short. I'd have preferred to see Becky and I'd have preferred to see Becky and Charlotte. I mean, not Becky, Bailey and Charlotte.
How about this? I didn't want to see that tag team match to begin with, because that
Not
was
none of
just
us
a
did.
thrown together
None of us
tag
did.
team.
That was
Like,
another. That was
show
another.
them.
That
I,
was another
the street,
Monday night. That was another
that
Monday
was the
night or
street. They should have had the
SmackDown.
Street Profits.
Yeah. Again, the Street Profits. I felt like should have wrestled that night.
NXT.
And shout out to Liv Morgan, because she's had a great year. She's putting in work. So, yeah, I think she deserves more. But it's
They
just
should.
like, what is this thing with Lyra? Like, I'm sorry. I keep asking. Like I know you said from the indies.
Woo!
Man, bump all that. That girl talking about she wrestles so smooth. Where? That stuff be looking whack. Like, what is this? Like, and then you gave her two belts? Even though it was only for 5 minutes, but that's a heart.
That was
But
so
I'm,
disrespectful.
She
but
need to
I'm
learn.
the, but I'm
She
the
need to learn
heel.
how to sell too. She need to learn how to sell too, because Becky was whooping up on her. And she was like, "What?
Are you talking about Monday
Girl, you
night?
getting your ass whooped?"
Yeah, she was bewildered.
Yeah,
She was in
but we'll
D,
astonishment.
talk about
you cheer the heels, man. You're a healer.
whatever. I'll be
Not
that.
you, not you, Dwayne, because he keeps saying, and I'm the heel. Bro, you are a heel.
I'm fine with that though. I'm gonna get that T-shirt. I just turned
I
heel.
don't.
That's
Time out.
me.
I don't cheer the
That's
heel.
Name one good guy you cheer, D.
doo
AJ
doo.
Styles, Randy
Okay,
Orton.
But
they like heel faces.
But
They
Randy Orton
are
see,
don't count.
career heels. They're
Randy
just
Orton
in a
don't count.
face
Yeah,
turn right now.
yeah. Randy Orton don't count.
but
He is
okay,
a heel.
okay. Let me ask
That
you a
boy
question.
running around kicking people in the head. And that's what you
So
waiting on. For him to kick people in the head when he was heel. You are a heel wrestler, homie.
wait, hold on.
Accept
Time
it.
out. No,
That's really what
name name a face that you. Okay, name a face that you roll with.
Name a face I rode with.
Yeah.
Bianca
I
Belair.
don't roll with faces.
Okay, so you a
I can
heel.
tell you that right now. Yeah,
All
all
right.
day.
Okay.
But
Wait, you said it like
yeah,
I was the only one.
I
Okay,
never
so
said you
we
were the
all
only one.
right,
It's time for you to accept that you are one. Yeah.
I just don't like how that goes. I just
all
don't
right,
like that.
so we got a heel podcast going right now. It's okay.
But listen,
Whatever.
so
It's
so
all right.
so
Say what it is.
so here we are with Dominic Mysterio is the new Intercontinental Champion. All of us,
Mm-hmm.
I think all
That's
of
my
us picked
pick.
him. Am I not correct? I think all of us, no. Did all of us pick him? I know Kerry and I picked Dominic.
Yes.
Sylvester.
Yeah, we
All of
all
us
did.
did.
Pick
So,
Penta.
No, I picked Dominic.
I picked Dominic because
but hold
You
on,
must have. I
Dwayne.
think you
We're
picked
gonna get to
Penta
you.
in the predictions, like,
who? We all picked Dom.
because you said I don't know why I think Penta going. But anyway,
No, we all picked Dom.
all right.
We
I'm
just
going back.
we
Okay.
got receipts. We got receipts. We can go back and look. But listen,
Yeah, we got receipts, but
but
I'm gonna say this here,
but
man.
That
You
crowd was
know,
hype.
it takes a big person to say when they was wrong. You know, when Roman tossed Dom out the ring like a sack of bricks, I thought it was the funniest thing. I'll still go back and watch it time to time because it was funny. But Dom is a homegrown talent, and we've watched him grow. And for him to get to this level and secure his first championship, I picked him, and I was kind of rooting for him, even though, yeah, hey, listen, Braun Breaker, he gonna get what he get, and Penta gonna do this, but I think it meant more for Dom to come out as the champion out of this WrestleMania, um, because now it kind of starts his own legacy. I mean, he had his own, he had won the tag championship with his father and whatnot,
And
but
American,
yeah,
And the
American
North American Championship
and the
NXT.
NXT thing.
two
But this
times.
here, this main roster thing,
Yeah.
WrestleMania, this was his moment, and like I said, 5 years ago we watched him get launched out of the ring by the tribal chief.
here here
I'll be the
here,
first to say I
here
used to think he was
I was
whack.
wrong. Hey, listen, I'm a ride with Dom, and hey, listen, that was well deserved. I mean, the crowd always chant "You deserve it" for everybody, but it's more
but
warranted for him. And you know what? And he even felt it because he had started walking back up and then ran back into the ring like, yeah, come on, give me more. And
that was
I can respect
balloons.
that.
That was balloons for Dom. I just if y'all never noticed, I gave balloons to Dom
And I can't
a few
hear it.
minutes ago.
That crowd was hyped though. That crowd,
Second
it was
second
heating
night.
up. I mean, yeah, that crowd was way better second night. Way better.
I think they were lagged first
Mm.
night. You
Mm.
had SmackDown, then you had the Hall of Fame, and then you had WWE World that
Can
morning.
you
I
hear me
think they
now?
were lagged that
Nope.
night. But at the same time, I don't
Yeah, I'm
think
be acting
there
stupid.
was
I told you my joint be acting stupid, bro.
there were a few point in a couple matches where they were getting loud, but I don't think the flow of the stories of the matches on night one brung them
So you
in.
love. So you think the matches were just whack?
I wouldn't say the matches was whack. My thing is, okay, for instance, Jade didn't wait until the crowd started cheering for her to fight back. She just started fighting back.
Okay.
That's number one. That's what Eric was speaking on about Jade selling. When you're a babyface, you get stomped out for the majority of the match, like Hulk Hogan. He got stomped out for the majority of the match till he heard the crowd cheering. Then they got to the most highest uproar, and then he started his,
Yeah.
and the whole crowd was with him with the "you" because they built that it rumbled, it built.
Yeah.
Hope let it build. I don't think Jade is comfortable in that slot yet, where she's comfortable letting it build. She thinks
Mm.
the silence means that she. A couple of those wrestlers, when the match starts off silent, when the crowd's silent, they think they're not doing enough.
Right.
So they start overcompensating and doing shit that excuse me, things that they normally don't do. And then you sit up there and you have them miscuing what the crowd is anticipating and what they're doing. Now, the crowd didn't have no problem on the main event because Roman, Seth, and CM Punk and Paul Heyman steered them in that reaction.
So you're saying Jay don't know how to tell a story yet?
I'm not saying she don't know how to tell a story. I'm saying she's not comfortable with the babyface mechanics in the ring,
Okay.
which is something that I know AEW is trying to teach, but they're not teaching the ground foundation of it.
Okay.
And that is one of the premises on LFG. You know,
Yeah,
they say, okay, well, you're not comfortable being the heel or this here, or you didn't do anything heelish. So, or you didn't, oh, you're not comfortable being the face. So they kind of identify. So they're trying to get those guys and girls to work as both the heel and the face, kind of trying to fine tune their in ring reactions, which is pretty cool about that show.
Am I
look at
hearable now?
Roman.
Am I
The
hearable now?
big dog years, he was getting booed out of the building. You're hearable.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You get those years where Roman was getting booed out of the arena, where he was getting dog food dropped on his head and rubbed in his face. Babyface Roman was not getting it.
Yeah.
We never need to see that
Even
again.
but the moment that he wrecked people and left, everybody was with him because he's more comfortable in a heel role than he is face. And when a person is so comfortable in a heel role, they turn out to be the biggest face. Like Stone Cold, when he first started, he was heel.
Mhm.
Everything about him was heel.
Mhm.
And when they started to love him for being heel, he became an anti-hero, and then you needed Vince to keep the heel role going so they could have something to cheer for. Just like Roman. Everything he did to Jay and Jimmy were all heel in the beginning.
You got that
When
right.
he first started telling people to acknowledge him, keep it real. You didn't acknowledge nothing.
I did. I was always
Like
pretty
getting back
damn
to
comfortable.
Dominic. Okay.
But I have a theory.
E.
I have a theory about all of that. People people just like bad people.
Well. Okay.
Can't step on that. Not at all. But a
But I
lot of those people on night one have to learn their role. The problem
And
is
shut their mouth, bro.
nobody was comfortable with their role in those matches.
Yeah.
Especially the ones where the crowd didn't respond. They weren't comfortable in that role because they didn't project that.
Yeah.
They
They didn't hear nothing. I'm
it's
sorry.
like they went out there and forgot everything that Shawn Michaels class taught them in the performance center. When that shouldn't have been what happened at all. At the same time, you gotta save face. The night ended on a good note. You know what I'm saying? Well, it really wasn't a good note for the Roman Reigns fans, but it ended on a good note as far as
I'm gonna try to get back to my car, y'all.
captivating,
Just give me a second.
dragging you in. Oh, now you got to see what happened Monday in SmackDown because of what popped off at the end of night one.
Yeah.
You just is the main point of night one. You had Jay and Gunther that started the show off, so that gave you that feel good moment. I personally think the crowd burnt themselves out yeeting,
Right.
but you had. I wonder what it would have been like if they would have put Jay and Gunther closer to the end, like semi-main. If that would have made it better, but hindsight being 2020, you can't really change.
Right.
You know what I mean? What has transpired?
You might, but let me ask you this: what type of reception you think they would have gotten if it would have been Jade and Naomi match one?
Nah, you gotta have something to set the tone, and I think that Yeeting
Yeah.
set the tone.
So
Personally, I
yeah,
think you should have had Jacob Fatu and LA Knight start off night one.
Mm,
Interesting.
because nobody spoke. Well, everybody spoke on it, but you saw Haku run out there and give Jacob a hug after the match.
yeah, I love that. It seemed different. I'm like, oh wait a minute, that's not even your dad.
You know what I mean? You got Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa's dad coming out to hug you.
Right.
Because
You know what I mean?
last year he was a basically a fan at WrestleMania last year,
Yeah, he was in the crowd.
Yeah. See,
rocking
and
with
his
LA
mom.
Knight.
Shouts out to Ray Phoenix for filling in for Rey Mysterio, though. That was last minute. He did a good job for that being last minute. They actually put on the match. Like I thought it was gonna be choppy because it was last minute,
It,
but
it, it was actually more free flowing than some of the matches you thought that were going to be good.
right, right. So I
And
expected that
And I
match to be choppy.
and I think him taking that L, I don't think it's gonna make any difference because I think people just knew that that's a last minute. That was
It
a last.
wasn't a clean. It wasn't a clean L. So I don't think it's gonna
Right.
affect his status on the card at all.
Neither do I. I think.
Um, America El Grande Americano. I don't know what his next move gonna be.
Storm, let me ask you this: Do
They
you
said
think?
Logan Paul was real innovative on his entrance with that drone.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
has never been done before. They were trying to figure out how the camera was on the wires and stuff like that. My man let the drone go at the top of the stage, came all the way down. He let the drone roll around the whole arena. So if anybody had an issue about believing that WWE was hiding seats, they damn sure didn't hide it when that drone was rolling.
Uh,
And then somebody took a picture of behind the stage where they had that thing covered,
yeah.
but didn't take a picture once they let people in to fill up the balcony area for the entrances. They left
I
that open as a way to fill it up for the entrances.
I could care less. I mean, I know I be saying my little stuff about the seats being empty, but I seen a chick on Instagram that was
Yeah,
showing it. I was like, who cares?
yeah, I seen that joint on TikTok too.
It's a lot
She
of it's
just,
a lot of people that people was giving her the business. Like you are corny for
yeah,
doing.
because you
Wait,
spent all that
no,
money on WrestleMania just to go do that. You spent all
yeah.
that bread just to
Well,
go discredit them, thinking that you're discrediting them.
right.
And Triple H said it in the joint. We
And my
set aside seats for production.
and my thing is this: who cares? Like when they said about WrestleMania 3, how they were lying that there won't that many people there. So what if it won't? It was a lot of people there. Regardless, I don't care if it was 93,000. I don't care if it was 39,000. It was a lot of people there. So why
Mhm.
are y'all so focused on that? Now, like I said, I do be spotting some seats because I'll be laughing because they be like, "Oh, it's sold out," and they be like, "Person just like not there." I'll be like, "But all right, maybe they went to the bathroom. Hell, I don't know." But for you to go spend all that money
And you gonna
and
talk about it? Then you
just
the
go there
fool. Then you the fool.
to undermine, like, why are you even bother going?
I bet you when Triple H and them seen that and said, thanks for the ticket price. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
thank you. And you
Like,
know what? No publicity is bad publicity.
No.
Oh, we got empty seats. Okay. So people thinking, damn, I could have got a ticket.
Yeah, sitting at home like, dang, I could have been in that seat.
like even, but I don't know them seats. I don't know if it was true. Like people was posting. They was the $450 seats, and they was still way up there. I was like, please let that not be correct.
I am
Like,
disappointed that Backwoods won. Like, I was just,
yeah, that was my pick.
oh, Backwoods won. I am so
But you know what?
hurt, boy.
I think he had to
DP should
win.
have gave them the business, man. For what?
Oh man,
For what?
that was my pick. That was
That's
my
like That's like I seriously got. I always question why Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker for the streak. Undertaker didn't need it. Drew McIntyre didn't need it.
Oh yeah.
Damian Priest needed it, and this is what you do.
I was surprised. That was my pick, but I was surprised because I said, why would they be doing all this if they won't gonna let him win? As far as Damian Priest, but then he lost. I was like, oh wow. I know I picked
Now,
Backwood to win, but that was just me being, you know.
you know
I,
you know he gonna talk about he need a title shot.
Yeah,
it's a lie. It's a line for that. He got to wait on that one.
yeah. But I was surprised.
I
Like
will say I do believe he's going to be in line for John Cena though.
yeah.
And they get that ass whooped.
All right. So so we want to move. That was what else was on night two?
Um,
AJ Styles, Logan Paul. Let me say this. I'm not a fan of Logan Paul. I'm not in the least bit. But that Joker and his athleticism. I know his match. I know his moves and his spots still be a lot. They still robotic and clunky, and I'm pretty sure that's something they can work on. But uh, he's been in the ring with Roman, Seth,
hmm
correct, right?
Killed it. Killed it.
And he's like, I'm putting out 5-star matches,
He technically is.
and it's just like I want to hate on him because of who he is and how disrespectful he is. But you know what? He is what he is. I mean, he's like, I'm here full time. Man, I ain't got no problem with doing. If Triple H called me, I'll wrestle anyone, any place, anytime. I mean, his third match, he's in the ring with the tribal chief.
And what I heard, and I'm not sure if this is all that true, that this was like his first match that wasn't like super choreographed and planned in advance. Like so he's getting better with I guess the flow of it.
As time goes on, he's going to become a ring general.
And I think I felt that AJ Styles deserved. I mean, AJ Styles, I just felt that he deserved a little bit more at Mania, not to try to put this goofball over. I mean, he is what he is. Even what John said on the Pat McAfee show, he said that yeah, Logan Paul is a WWE superstar. He just got here late.
Yeah.
hmm
And
But
he
he's
said he
been
just got here late. He said that don't change the fact that he is going to be a WWE superstar. And I was like, am I judging him because he's Logan Paul, the goofball that I know from YouTube and TikTok and all the other stuff and his
Yeah,
disrespect?
that's pretty much.
But
Yeah,
he
that's pretty much why you're judging him.
and that's what it is. I mean, hey,
But
here's
you're not by yourself. There's a whole
hey,
bunch of people
here,
that judge him that way.
and I'm gonna say this here. Here's apology number two. Like, hey, listen, Logan Paul, my bad. I didn't know you was that dude. You know,
oh,
hey, maybe you and Dom should fight for goofball supremacy at this point. You know? Hey, but yeah, I was not feeling him. I think I was on that whole old man, get off my lawn. You the old this clown coming in trying to steal our shine. I mean, very Roddy Piperish with Mr. T. You don't belong here, and even carrying crosses on that.
yeah.
You know, so I'm just hey, listen,
Hey. Um
and and AJ Styles he takes care of the people he's in the ring with.
all right. All right, so where we about to head off to? Randy Orton's surprise opponent.
I swore when everything breathing, it was going to be Rusev. I
Yeah,
knew it was going to be Rusev. I
it was just a
told everybody it was going to be Rusev.
you was
And they
just a
say
day
that
off.
man for Monday. Yeah, they say that man for Monday.
Y'all, you would have thought. Now let me tell y'all. The funny thing about this, I ain't never seen this man wrestle, but I know who he is though, cause I like that.
Say his name and he appears.
I was
I believe in your healing.
Well, I'm I seen him wrestle once, and that was at Royal Rumble. And he
Yeah,
took and he took a spear from the tribal chief for his efforts. But
yeah.
he is a team player because he took that squash match. That's what's called smash match. Because he got he trying to showboat, and Randy Orton was like, "Nah, not on my stage, bro.
He's in the history
Not
books.
today."
Not show. That's what he do. That's
Yeah, that's
what
what he
he's
do, but that's what you're not supposed to do when you're in the ring with the Viper.
man.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
He about to. They already told me. Oh yeah, you gonna be back. That's the second time they've shown him already on that big of a stage.
He didn't have his
Mm,
shoes on.
he had his shoes on pretty fine.
Talk about him like
Wait,
talk
he came out of his shoes.
he got
He came out of his shoes when he got that RKO.
Yeah, he just wasn't paying attention to the aftermath. Yeah, like
Yeah.
after he did that backdrop, he should have. He wanted to cheer for the crowd and call that RKO. The way he came across smooth with that
uh,
RKO, I was like, "Damn."
Wait. Listen,
I got to
wait.
come up with the top
Hold up.
five smooth, flawless moves of the night, boy.
Hold up. My wife said,
That was one of them.
she said, he about to wrestle Randy? Like, she knew, and then she watched wrestling once a year. She was like, no, this not going to end well. This not going to end well.
My man stood in the middle of WrestleMania on the ramp like this with it.
yes. I love how when that music hit and when they show Randy's reaction, he's looking around like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Him. Okay, gotcha. But that crowd. Now I did see some moron who had to show that he won't press on it. Just like, God, why do you gotta go to WrestleMania and act like a moron? Like showing that when he came out, he won't really press without it. Like, everybody else having a good time. Just have a good time and enjoy the daggone show.
Listen, I'd have been, I'd have been hyped about it because I knew where that was going.
I was hyped because it just was a moment. They had to pick someone that was going to make that pop. If it had been, why reintroduce someone like a Rusev and to just come and take an L real quick? Like,
Because Rusev was coming home. You see the response he got when he came out?
to catch
He
an
was
L,
home.
to catch a, what's the name? To catch two
Get the
Nah, I think
RKO.
they probably would have. I think they probably would have went out of the smarts on that one. Like I think they would have did a disqualification or something. But
A shout out to Joe Hendry. He said, "I'm gonna get my moment." He had a
he
T-shirt.
got it.
He
He's in
had
the
a,
history books.
and he got a T-shirt. He got a WrestleMania T-shirt. Say his name and no, Randy doing his part. Come on, Randy Orton.
Wait,
He put
how you
him
gonna
over
raise?
though.
How you gonna wait? How you gonna raise his hand like and then RKO him again? That's just wrong.
He put him over.
But
He
as
I wanted Nick Aldis though. I wanted Nick Aldis to come down. Truly.
yeah.
Nick done had
Yeah.
too many. He even took too many RKOs.
And how? Wait, going back to that day, like how he gonna gaslight him? Talking about, I know you ain't ever. I know you haven't thought that you won't ever gonna catch a RKO again. I'm like, oh, that's not nice. Like you mean to tell
Well,
me?
he gave him double for the fine.
He was like, I know
One.
you could have not possibly thought that you was never gonna catch another RKO again. Like, how dare you think that? Like, don't do that, man, like that. That wasn't right. But that was a good overall. I think night two was better than one. Um, and another truth be told, I wish we did that one live because that just seemed. Yeah, I thought night two was better than one, with the exception of the main event for night one.
Yeah.
If they'd have put that on night two,
Sick with it.
But it wasn't the main event.
no, switch.
Oh, you want Cody and
Sick,
John on night one.
sick with it.
I know it's for the title, so they had to do, but
I believe in your hindrance.
Yeah, I believe he caught an RKO.
yeah, he did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now,
I'm gonna tell you, the only move that was smoother than Randy Orton, RK, and Owen him when he was smiling was when Jacob came off that top rope and caught that BFT out of midair, boy.
Back to factory settings.
I thought it was a wrap. My man did his own self in. He came down and caught that face to the mat, but that
but
boy soul left his body was he came out the rope like he saw that coming. He
yeah.
saw that coming. Yeah. He caught that BFT out there. Yeah.
All
Hmm.
right. Well,
For sure.
since we ain't got our moderator, like he done left the kids to play by themselves. He done
Yeah.
left the classroom. Favorite match of the night. Favorite match of all.
mm,
Oh,
I want to say the night one main event, the triple threat.
okay.
I'm gonna go night one main event as well. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go
You
night
ain't
one
got no
main event because
choice.
I'm gonna go night one main event because it gave us the theatrics of WrestleMania and you know storytelling. I mean, just the long term storytelling, setting up for what's to come in 2025.
Yeah.
But I must say, Paul had no business kind of you know. I mean, he hit Punk. Well, he kind of hit Roman like he
Kind of
rang
messed
them he rang them bells. I was like, oh man, that's gotta hurt.
He gave him the jingle bells, but he hit the twigs and two berries, but
got. I would go with night one, the main event, but I also like uh, night two, the lead off. He was in there working. Io, Bianca, and Rhea. They were in there working. Shout out to Bianca. I knew they weren't gonna let that girl no streak going. I knew it was going to just come to an end eventually. Bless her heart. I still trying to. I love that she played to the crowd. Y'all booing me? Let me hear that. Let me hear that. So maybe that's a heel turn coming. It needs to.
she need to align with Naomi.
We need to do something. Cause
Oof.
they ain't no reason to be booing that damn girl. Like what she do?
I told you, she keep ignoring the Jade and Naomi situation.
Or like how Eric said, he was like, I think the people wanted her to be the one that did it. Or that they didn't. Now that's
Hmm.
how the WWE universe is rebelling against.
As our last champion said, it's a dysfunctional relationship.
That was so funny. He was like, "Oh my god, I don't want us to get too much into it because we
No,
got
we're not.
we got
I tell
that's
you what, though, we gonna see how this all fall on SmackDown because you got Naomi, Jade, and Bianca on SmackDown because Bianca didn't win, so she's still on SmackDown to the Dragon.
mm-hmm. So we shall
Got to
see.
come back home to the foolishness now, buddy. You ducked it because of WrestleMania. WrestleMania was your excuse.
I'm gonna
Hmm.
just say,
We gonna
like,
see what it is now.
backlash is in what 2 weeks?
Nah, not that fast, is it?
Yeah, backlash is backlash is coming up quick.
It's normally at the beginning of May.
Yeah, WrestleMania was late this year.
Yeah, I guess so. Uh, May 10th. Yeah,
My birthday weekend.
yeah, I guess so. We shall see.
I'm celebrating my birthday from the 10th to the till June. Let's get
Uh
it.
oh. Hey, look, Backlash is in St. Louis,
Randy
Randy Orton's
Orton.
hometown.
Hometown.
But the
They
last
done
time,
already got the cover out. It's Randy with a bunch of snakes
That's
around him.
nice. The
but I'm gonna
bike.
ask you this: live PLEs it don't normally work out for the hometown boy. Ask Drew McIntyre. Backwoods
Oh, it's
was
not gonna work out for him.
no, it ain't gonna work
It's
out
not
for
gonna
him.
work out for him
But
at all.
I don't know. We'll talk about it later. But John Cena said, the champ said 27 events, appearances, not
That's
matches.
all. That's all you got left to get the belt up off of.
I love that. I love it. I don't want to give too much. We're gonna have to talk
Yeah,
about that. We're gonna have to talk about that this weekend because we got.
absolutely.
I want to go back and watch that, and we got SmackDown to cover.
Say
So
his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendricks. I believe in Joe
I
Hendricks.
believe, I believe Joe
In
Hendricks. I
London,
believe Joe Hendricks took some
in
RKO's.
Tokyo.
Wait. Hey, Terry, what you got on there?
Uh,
Is that a Ring Report podcast T-shirt?
yes.
Oh yeah, that looking sharp there. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
What's out?
Hey, listen. Thanks for joining us on the Ring Report podcast, WrestleMania recap show. We had fun. We on to the next PLE. Please join us for this weekend as we recap the Raw after WrestleMania as well as SmackDown.
when's the
Peace.
next PLE? Mike?
Next PLE is May 10th.
So we'll holler at y'all. We'll holler at y'all. And for
I'm
we'll shout out to Eric. I know technical difficulties. All right, that's cool. We held it down. Hopefully we did you some justice. So we will holler at y'all in the next video.